Hey y'all, Monk Joseph here with the Broken Buddha. Today we're going to talk about religious paradoxical ego and reincarnation, a couple interesting topics. Um, this is a remake because the last one didn't line up, but it looks like everything's lining up with video and audio now. So here we go. Religious paradoxical ego. It's I didn't make up the idea, but I made up the phrase. And what it is when a human thinks that they will be taken to a different existence in their body and God will manifest in front of them to have a discussion with them about judgment. Um, and it's more about this whole like, if you don't believe in the last day of judgment, like you're going to hell. And the judgment is like kind of already occurring, in my opinion. I'm not going to say that there's not going to be any result to the, cause and effect. I'm not saying there's not going to be any effect to the things that we do here. Just the whole idea of like, you're not keeping this body because you're leaving it here, even if there were infinite multiverses with infinite universes with infinite dimensions, it would still all be interconnected in one thing on technicality. And if you know anything about cosmology, kind of like the way that they've proven that the black hole connects, and then they went bigger and they found that Laniakea connects all the black holes, and then now they have Quipu. Quipu connects all the great attractors, and I'm sure eventually they'll have multiple Quipus that are the universe. Quipu, Quipo. Look it up. So leaving is not going to happen. Keeping your body that you left here, if that's what you need to believe, that's fine. But that's not functional to my understanding of science and or religion. Like nobody said, hey, you get to keep the body you were born in and come on here, and it's still going to be flesh, and it's not going to be illusory. Like people are really, really taking scriptures these days for whatever they want them to be. Now let's get down to what I think the judgment is. It's not that I think it; it's that I've studied scripture for like my entire life across multiple religions, and it's more what they're trying to explain it as, and what I understand it and experience it as. It's more of like a logos genderless learning simulation, but I don't like to use the word learning simulation because it sounds inferior and it's beyond understanding. So I wouldn't even say it's superior or inferior because it's beyond understanding. You know. Um, yeah. So there's that. And then let's see. When it comes to judgment, you're making choices now. You're if you're doing things good or bad, right or wrong, hurting somebody or not. So you're charging your soul. And again, the way I've studied it, experienced it, and seen it is, you're born here with a charge. You end up with similar beings with that charge. You leave here with a different charge. Wherever you end up next is going to have that charge, and you'll be with beings of that charge. Um, so that covers that. And I'm sorry, guys, why would you even want God, goddess, or it or anything to take time to manifest in front of you to discuss and debate your good and bad choices with you? Like, that's why it's religious paradoxical ego. It's based in religion. It doesn't make sense, and it's only based on your ego. It has nothing to do with anything else. All right, so there's that part. Moving on to reincarnation. I personally do not believe in reincarnation in the classical sense. I do believe in the continuity of consciousness, as I was just talking about. But as far as like classical, like I'm gonna be, as soon as I die, I'm gonna be an ant or a cat or a dog. Like, and I'm not saying it's not that. I personally don't think it's that quick, that straight through, because the scriptures make it kind of clear it's not that quick and straight through. All right, and everyone believes in reincarnation to some extent, unless you're a nihilist and or an atheist to some extent. But Christians that are like, hey, you believe in reincarnation? No, that's against my religion. That's cool. You're gonna be in heaven after this? Yeah. So you're gonna reincarnate? Yeah. But you don't believe in reincarnation? No. And a lot of Christians think they were somewhere before this. So so you believe that you reincarnated twice, but reincarnation doesn't exist. So it's okay for you, but doesn't exist. Again, it's another thing based in ego. So there's that. And again, the reincarnation thing was not so much a discussion about reincarnation as it was people's misunderstanding. Like, everyone in religion thinks they're going to incarnate somewhere else other than here at some time in some way. That's called reincarnation. I actually don't like the word reincarnation because it's signifying that you're going to be incarnate and form, and have form and shape and stuff. But I don't know, man. If you know anything about quantum physics now, we don't exactly, you see the exhaust of what's happening on a quantum scale, and you think we have form, but I mean we're more like a quantum fart than we are like existing in actuality. If you really understand the processes of how things operate on the level of quanta. I don't even like to say on a quantum level because people think it's somewhere else like heaven or hell, and it's not. Everything is made of quanta. Quanta, Planck's, quarks, gluons, stuff like that. But you get the idea. We're talking about the ultra small. All right. So there you have it. Stop the religious paradoxical ego, guys. You're not taking your body with you. It ain't wasting its time debating with you nothing. Um, and as far as the reincarnation, stop telling people you don't believe in reincarnation when you keep telling people you're going to reincarnate. You know? Anywho, thanks for stopping by. I hope this ends up being a better recording. But yeah, thanks for stopping by the Broken Buddha. Peace and blessings.